We are with Charlotte Williams, VP of Content at Cannes Lions. How are you, Charlotte?
Very well, thank you. Very busy. We're midway through the show, so we've done the first 2 days and very happy so far.
Thanks for joining us today. So LIONSlive is taking place this week. It's a few days of learning and inspiration for the creative industry in these difficult times. Yeah. How is this digital experience going?
So it's going really well. It's the first time we've ever done something that is, you know, a full sort of pre-commissioned program, as it were, of content that's live and pre-recorded. And we're really pleased so far with the results. We've had a huge amount of registrations, tens of thousands, and engagement, and really positive feedback. I think because, you know, it's wonderful that we can sort of gift Cannes Lions to the community, really, because realizing how expensive it is to attend in real life, it's quite a nice gift for the global community. So yeah, really well.
And what would you highlight of these first 2 days of LIONSlive?
So we've had a real mix of diverse content. You know, hopefully you've managed to see we've had content from India, from the USA, from the UK, from France, from Germany, from, you know, so really global, from Brazil. So probably some of the highest rated content so far that we've had the most sort of social comments about has been Josie Pool's What I've Learnt session, which was on Monday. And that was, he's an incredible creative. He's got a big following in India. He's done some fantastic sort of iconic work. He was brilliant, really emotional, really passionate. And yesterday we had a really good interview with Bozoma St. John, who's the CMO of Endeavour, and she was interviewed by The Economist. That was really interesting, and obviously talking about really important issues at the moment around Black Lives Matter and the protests around the world. Yeah, and we've also had some brilliant. We commissioned a lot of content, as you would have seen. We've had some brilliant videos that we've shown from Vox, from Facebook, from High Snobiety. Yeah, so many highlights.
Mm-hmm. And what are the main topics LIONSlive is addressing?
So really the brief for LIONSlive started out as creativity matters. That's always been what Cannes Lions is about. So, you know, it's about really in these times where no one really knows what's going to happen. You know, we always talk about uncertain times, but they genuinely are. How creativity can be a force for good and for business, and for positive change, really. So LIONSlive is really, you know, that some of the best sessions that sort of squarely in our place as an organization, as the brand, are around creative effectiveness, and also, you know, just pure creatives. So we've got a balance really of people talking around creative effectiveness and what kind of creativity works, but also the work and the ideas.
Charlotte, how is the industry responding to this experience, to all this content?
Really, so far so good, really positively. We were very careful when we put the program together that we made it as global as possible. And of course, that's the beauty of something that's digital, because you can obviously, you're not limited by geography, and also as relevant as possible to people right now. So the response has been very positive. I sort of think there's something in there for everyone. Even if you're not tuning into every session, there's going to be something as a creative or someone in this industry that you are interested in. So we've had, very good social comments and interaction. Yeah.
Glad to hear that. So the festival was cancelled because of the coronavirus. What did this cancellation mean for Cannes Lions and for the whole industry?
I mean, of course, we were disappointed. We were, we'd all like to be in the south of France right now, I'm sure. And I've had a lot of emails from our community saying, LIONSlive is great. We still wish we were in the south of France. So it was clearly the right decision. And of course, we are an awards program as well. And it's very hard to award work that you can't make. So I think, the fact that it's very hard to make work at the moment in order to submit entries. It's really hard. Well, it was just a sort of foregone conclusion that we'd have to cancel this year. But I think what it's been good for, as I say, is sort of making Cannes Lions so much more accessible. So in a way, that's been a blessing. But of course, it's nothing's the same as the live event. But it's given us new opportunities, perhaps.
And what did you decide to launch the LIONSlive experience?
When or why?
Why?
Because we just felt that, first of all, we didn't want to go quiet. Cannes Lions is a platform that really, we're very much about our community, and we're led almost by the community and what people want from us. So people expected us to do something, and we also wanted to give something back. And also, we just feel really strongly that, in these times, of which are really difficult and challenging for everyone on so many levels, creativity and creative breakthroughs are even more, they're even more important. They help people. The power of creativity to change people's lives is perhaps even more in the spotlight at the moment. So it feels like we need to be carrying that message and giving that and also showcasing that to our global community.
And Charlotte, what challenges is the industry facing today?
Oh, many, I'm sure. I mean, I think obviously huge economic challenges. And I think just general challenges around business models and structures and client reluctance perhaps to take risks. I mean, I think there are many challenges that existed prior to COVID-19, but I think even more so now. I think there's the challenge of sort of being really authentic and walking the walk on your brand purpose. Particularly recently, that's been seen as much more of an issue with Black Lives Matter. The brands that have responded to that versus the brands who haven't. So I think consumers see brands as having much more of a responsibility these days, perhaps, where they didn't before, where they invested more in government and sort of structures of authority. I think there's less trust in government and politicians now, and perhaps people are looking to brands for that more. So I think brands really have to step up. I mean, I think there are obviously huge economic challenges and difficult times ahead, no doubt, but also, I think we've seen I think what's been brilliant about LIONSlive this week is we've seen so many examples of brilliant creativity and creative work in the last few weeks. So that's really heartening.
And what do you think the future of the festival will be like? What changes will be in the next edition?
Oh, wow. So do you know what? I haven't had a huge amount of time to think about this because the last 2 months have just been LIONSlive. there will be changes, I'm sure. I think, you know, we have to respond to changes. And I think perhaps, well, first of all, our digital offering no doubt will be bigger. So the momentum of LIONSlive and the success of LIONSlive shows us that we need to be doing more digitally, more, you know, more virtual content. That's really clear. As for the festival next year, you know, we're going to be back as big as ever. A lot of our customers are saying to us, you know, we're really looking forward to 2021. So, you know, we just sort of come back better, as they say, and really rethink our, you know, the experience that we're offering to people. We launched creative business transformation lines this year. Obviously, we haven't been able to award that, but that will be, again, properly awarded next year. So yeah, you know, I think the future's good for Cannes Lions, and we're looking forward to coming back.
Thank you, Charlotte, for joining us today. It was a pleasure.
Thank you very much.